Hey guys, what's up again? I'm here for another death battle, and this time we got Guts versus Dimitri's. But before I begin, make sure you go down to the description below, go to the original release death battle page, watch the original video, then come back and watch this video and we'll react to it together. So with that being said, for this death battle, I don't know too much about Dimitri's, but I do know about Guts though. And the first time I ever knew about Guts as a character was the original Death Battle that Guts was first introduced in, and that was Guts versus Nightmare from many, many years ago, back then during the early on years of Death Battle. That episode made me a fan of Guts. He was the first character on Death Battle who I never knew anything about, and then immediately became a fan of him after they introduced the analysis and the world of Berserk. And after that, I watched the anime, and Jesus Christ, Guts has one of the most fucked up backstories in all of history. That's without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, with the parents, the band of the Hawks, his girl, his ugh, I mean, so I know about him and I like his character, especially the berserker armor that allows him to fight until all his bones are gone and his blood is spilt, which is absolutely insane. And you think about it. But I don't know anything about Dimitri. I've heard of Fire Emblem characters. I know they have magic and base and stuff like that. So probably gonna be a dragon fiend here. So I think the magic's probably gonna give Demetrius the long range advantage, but I don't know for certain. So I don't know much about Fire Emblem that much. So it may be, but we'll see. But I'm gonna have to go with Guts on this one since I know him and I'm rooting for him as well. But that's just my basic thoughts about this. And for my hero, this battle is going to be 3D as well. He did. Now, I know some people have complaints about Berserk in 3D since the last one, but I was fine with it. Now, it did look, well, like a 3D model. It looked like crap, especially the movements in there too. But let's see what Death Battle does. Their 3D animations are usually tight, especially Chosen Undead versus freaking Dragonborn. That was epic. I can't wait to hear the score for that one. Because Brandon Yates has been on top of his game this season. Consistently great tracks for all these death battles. But that's all I gotta say for the opening. Let's get into the battle.
This episode is
Play.
sponsored by BetterHelp and Mint Mobile.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. How ironic, especially after all the crap Guts has been through. And from what I heard about Demetrius, he's been through a lot too in his past too.
Vengeance is an ever malicious force that can turn anyone into a broken, traumatized, unstoppable one-man army. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
Ah, so
And
they're
it's our
both
job to
tailored to
analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to
vengeance.
find out who would win a death battle.
Yep, it is 3D. Nice.
In the realm of Midland, life really sucks all around. Demons run
Especially got
rampant,
monsters and
a helpless elf fairy has become target
humans
practice for
running
some
around
thugs.
doing
Batter up.
fucked up
Until
things.
walking into the torment comes a stranger clad in black, cleaving through anyone in his way with one humongous
This
sword.
scene was
Whiz,
the
that weapon
opening
is too big
of
to be
Berserk
called a
anime.
sword, too massive and thick, more
He-
like a slab
a
of raw
huge-
iron that no normal man could wield.
Except for the man with a simple but fitting name, Guts.
But what is it that makes Guts so terrifying?
I still don't
Well,
remember
we're about
why
to
they
get
gave
into
him the
some
name
really,
Guts.
really dork shit. Fair warning.
Born
Probably
from
just
his
simplest
mother's
reason
recently
because of
hanged
his
corpse. Guts was taken
his
in by
past.
a mercenary band led by Gambino.
Who definitely
Gambino
isn't winning Father of the
definitely
Year.
did
Gambino
horrible
put
things to
through the
Guts.
ringer, training him with swords way too big for him before putting him into live combat at only 9 years old.
Training with such large swords made Guts inhumanly strong, but he needed a
Killing
different kind
hundreds of
strength
people
to
at
endure
once.
the horrendous abuse he suffered from Gambino.
So he murdered the bastard in self-defense. He deserved it, trust me. With no home or family to speak of, Guts aimlessly wandered for years as a lone mercenary.
Until he
Mercenary.
caught the eye of the ambitious Griffin. Impressed by
Griffin,
Guts' bold battle prowess
who
and
freaking
blunt honesty,
betrayed the band of the
Griffin
Hawk.
wanted him. So Guts joined his mercenary group, the Band
I don't
of the
think
Hawk.
he never I don't think Griffin and Guts were ever really friends.
The dude
I
was
think
hardcore
they,
enough to fight quite
um,
100 enemy soldiers on his own.
I think they
And
only
even
saw
helped
Guts
end
as a
a
tool.
100-year-long war, all while earning respect and glory with Griffith and his group.
For the first time,
I
Guts
think
found
Griffith
true friends and
always
comrades to
saw
rely
him
on.
as a
But
tool
when
rather than a
Griffith
friend.
realized he couldn't keep Guts at his side, really bad things happened.
Upon the eclipse,
Killed his
Griffith
own
summoned a
friends.
bunch of demons, became a super demon himself, and sacrificed Guts' new friends to the abyss. If that wasn't bad enough, he marked Guts with
Yep.
a demonic brand, then raped his girlfriend Casca, forcing Guts to watch as his eye was split
Oh
open and he
God.
was forced to tear
Yeah, I
off his
remember
own
this
arm.
from
Yeah, really
Nightmare
bad
vs.
things.
Guts.
Guts barely escaped with his life. He vowed to brutally murder Griffith and every demon, down to the last one. No small task,
Jesus
even
Christ.
for him.
Now I haven't
Every
watched the
big task
manga,
needs
but I just
even
watched the
bigger
anime.
weapons.
But I probably
Guts'
should watch
bread
the
and
watch
butter
the
is
manga.
the enormous Dragon Slayer.
6.5 feet long and weighing over 300 pounds, Dragon Slayer
Yep.
is absurd. In Guts' hands,
Incredibly
it can
heavy.
armor
He
even
wields
deeper
it
than
like a
skin of
twig.
Corunda, a real-life metal that is harder than steel.
And since Guts has made
What?
killing demons his favorite pastime, Dragon Slayer was exposed to so much
Yep, it can
demonic
kill
blood
ghostly
that it exists on
beings,
the
it can
astral
kill
plane, meaning
supernatural
it can harm
beings.
any supernatural monster. God, this thing's heavy.
Guts also carries a collection of explosives and throwing knives, but I'm partial to his mechanical arm, complete with a wondrous invention of a repeater crossbow and a secret cannon.
Yeah, that's neat and all, but they aren't as awesome as Dragon Slayer here. God, how does he do this? Okay, the repeater crossbow is pretty cool. It can fire a volley of 4 to 5 bolts per second, making it the go-to option for mowing down groups of bad guys. And hey, if you gotta lose your hand, replacing it with a goddamn super gun is the way to go. Even demons are afraid of this thing. See ya, Snakeface!
With his collection of weapons and indomitable will, Guts slaughtered everyone and everything in his
Yep.
way.
Be it an
Especially
army of
when this is a
trolls,
dark
supersonic
fantasy.
elf fairy, or some Bible thumper whose blows
A
were like
sea
cannon.
god
But while
too.
Guts took the physical challenges
Plus
in
a
stride,
sea god.
his mental strife was a different story.
He had
Yep.
demons to deal with, literally.
Demons
and
would
figuratively.
always follow him
tormented
because
by
of the
his inner
brand.
beast of darkness.
Guts tried to shoulder this trauma alone, even for a time leaving behind Casca, who survived but was mentally broken. Nothing would replace the comrades Guts lost during the eclipse. However, through his resilience, he eventually saw the dangerous path he was on, and so reunited with Casca, and eventually came to depend on new companions.
Including Pretty Boy
Aw.
Serpico. He doesn't look like much, but the guy is fast enough to dodge lightning at speeds over 100 times faster than sound. And Guts has kept up with him more than once.
And thanks to the witch Flora, Guts got
Aw.
his deadliest and riskiest asset, the Berserker
Yep.
armor.
Berserker
Oh,
armor
boy,
allows
they
you to
shut
fight
down
until the
all mental
blood is dropped.
limitations. This armor gives Guts a huge ambit strength. Pain means nothing to him now, and it even heals injuries on the fly. Wait, did I say heal? What I meant was it pierces his torn flesh and broken bones together so he can fight until the actual last drop of blood has left his body. Man, that's hardcore.
And
Jesus
extremely
Christ.
risky. Donning the armor has been nearly disastrous for him more than once.
Yeah, when he's in a stitched up rage, the beast of darkness is gnawing on his mind.
Yep,
Tempting him
the
to go
demon
berserk.
killer.
Bam! Title drop.
Guts' ability is a sight to behold. He's held back a demonic dragon, withstood being impaled, and even teamed up with a
Impaled
fabled
millions
demon
of times.
swordsman to take down an apostle that can channel lightning.
And sliced up a clown dude in the rawest manga panel ever. Look at it. If that's not badass enough for you, he once killed a giant sea god from the inside.
With its wail, this behemoth created a storm that covered an entire island. The kinetic energy of such a storm is immense. Gauging the size of the island, the energy required to induce such a storm would need to exceed 600 kilotons of TNT.
Yeah, that's right. Guts gutted a sea monster whose shout was a natural disaster.
He needed to do that and much more to reach Elf.
Yeah, I
where
definitely need to get
Casca's
into the
lost
Berserk
sanity was
manga.
finally returned. Things were
Aw.
looking up for the legendary Black Swordsman.
But
What about
that
Griffith?
bastard Griffith just wouldn't leave him alone.
No matter how tragic his
Oh.
tale becomes, Guts will
Yeah, I
persevere
heard that
for his
the
enemies, both past
and murder
and
is past
present.
too.
He has new friends, a renewed heart, a badass sword, and the last thing any man, demon, or god wants to do is mess with him. Fuck yeah!
This episode of
Yeah.
DEATHBATTLE is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Sometimes in life you can get stuck.
Ironically, this is sponsored by BetterHelp, considering the two companions. But I don't know much about Dimitri's. But yeah, And now this is pretty similar to what I expect from the last death battle, just with more calcs explanation. But I am interested about Demetrius, though. I don't know much about him.
Learning how to set a proper work-life balance. I know I could certainly use less time in the lab.
Or how to set boundaries, valuing yourself while still respecting
Ooh.
others.
If you're thinking of
Yep,
starting
still
therapy,
better have
better help a try. It's
but
all
yeah.
online and designed to be
One thing I'm
convenient,
worried
flexible,
about
and suited
is
to your schedule.
Guts' arsenal. While it is variety, to his arm cannon, the soul are really going to be the ones doing the most damage.
For no
Why,
extra charge.
before I heard about Fire Emblem,
Visit
I think the
betterhelp.com/deathbattle
Fire Emblem
today
character's
to get
magic
10%
might
off
be
your
a
first
little
month.
troubling because Guts doesn't know any magic. So Guts is going to be a question of if his stats in up close
On the
combat is going
continent
to be
of
enough to
Fodlan
kill
lies the
Dimitri.
holy kingdom of Fargus,
But we'll
a
see.
knightly nation where the youth learn to swing a sword before they can write their own name. Prince
Damn.
Dimitri Alexandra Blaythe
Before
was
they
no
can
exception.
fight.
The kid was a prodigy, able to spar with far more experienced warriors. In part because
So
he was a
he's
crest
Or
Koshushi
someone
from
gifted
Demon
mystical
Slayer.
power through the blood of the goddess
Okay.
Sothis. Those born with a
What?
crest gain anything from enhanced magic to superhuman strength.
At
Oh,
9
so they
years old,
both have a
Dimitri could lift
crest.
giant boulders, run across mountains for hours, and constantly broke swords by accident. Most elite
Wait,
pedagogues
9 years
also had a
old?
massive ego, but not Dimitri.
Right, Dimitri was strong.
He's
but naturally
lifting
kind, like when he
boulders
gave
at
his childhood
9
friend
years old?
Edelgard a
Okay,
dagger.
now
An earnest,
now I'm
if
getting worried.
odd gift.
I got shotgun shells for my first crush. But life took a turn.
He gave
for
his girl a
Dimitri when
knife.
mysterious group murdered his dad and a bunch of
What the?
knights, burning them all in front of him, and leaving the
Ooh.
poor kid with some serious survivor's guilt.
Ooh,
Guilt that
so
only
that's the
worsens when
trauma.
the country of Dusker was unjustly blamed for the tragedy. Dimitri lamented
What?
that he could not stop Fargus's corrupt nobles.
Don't worry though. When those same nobles rebelled a couple years later, he fought them like a beast, slaying them all with sadistic glee.
This savage
He
side
enjoyed
would emerge
murdering
when
them.
Dimitri was reminded of the tragedy he witnessed. Otherwise, his chivalrous charm remained forefront.
With guidance from his stepdad's buddy Rodrigue, Dimitri got into the Garrick-Mach Officers Academy, where he led the Blue Lion's house and learned the mystic arts.
Well, he's not the most proficient in it, but Dimitri did learn healing and elemental magics, able to call down lightning or even channel it through his weapons.
Letting him electrocute tons of enemies at once. He learned this and more from everyone's favorite
Oh,
Smash Bros.
boy.
Character, Professor Violet.
Professor Dimitri's Blue Lions when you played Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Ah.
Getting a little meta here, but his
So
story
it's
turns out
3
very
characters.
differently depending on the path chosen. Aside from the Blue Lions, there's Edelgard's Black Eagles.
And the Golden Deer, led by the crafty Claude Von Regan, a.k.a.
Ah.
the Best House.
Well, that band of goofy misfits? The
So
Black
it's
Eagles
like an
are a
alternate
far more
shirt.
cohesive unit.
Fear the deer, Wiz.
They're doing a
I have
Dragon
no
Ball
idea
for
what you're
chosen
talking
undead
about.
thing.
Ashen wolves for life, losers.
Jocelyn picks the gods.
And in Dimitri's route, he mastered all manner of weaponry. Lances, swords,
Politics.
axes, gauntlets, and more.
You know,
Some of these weapons
Master
use
of
magic,
weapons.
some use poison, and others
Oh.
are used to slay giant monsters. But all of them made Dimitri an ace at warfare, especially when Violet taught him some special skills.
The seal movement technique stops foes in their tracks. Frozen Lance skewers enemies with ice, and Swordbreaker boosts evasion against blade users. To top it off, Dimitri can enter an awakened state for even more power.
Dimitri led his classmates through thick and thin, but everything changed when he suspected the one behind the tragedy of Dusker was his old dagger friend, Edelgard. Dun,
It was his
dun.
friend. So they both have friends who end up betraying them.
Edelgard and her empire declared war on Fargus and the Church of Seros.
Dimitri could be cruel before, but after this betrayal, he snapped, vowing to kill every last one of them. For 5 years, he slaughtered the enemy, all to appease the voices that called for Edelgard's head.
He's not exaggerating. Dimitri truly believes his dead loved ones cry to him, unable to know peace until he claims.
Jesus Christ.
Turned murderer hobo wasn't scary enough. He wields the ultimate lance, the hero's relic, Eretfar.
Forged from
Good
the bones
God.
of dragon-like Nabateans.
Here's his
Eretfar is
dead
much
friends.
stronger
Okay,
than
they both
ordinary
have
metal.
fucked
It can
up
pierce any armor
friends.
with its signature move, Atrocity, and only crest bearers can wield it without mutating into a monstrous black beast.
With his lance, Dimitri kept killing, but no bloodshed could calm his mind. He reached peak war crimes, torturing an enemy commander in blind rage.
But when his actions
Jesus
led to
Christ.
Rodrigue making the ultimate sacrifice, Dimitri was broken. terrified of yet another voice haunting him.
Except this time, he had
Jesus
his professor
Christ,
to
man,
help him
that's
out.
fucked
We
up.
really gotta pay teachers more, y'all.
Dimitri still
He
felt hatred
has
for Edelgard.
he has
but looked
voices in
past
the
it to
head
friends
driving
and
him
kindred
insane. Good
neglected
God.
And made a choice.
Instead of killing every last one of them, he would save every last one by retaking Fargus's capital.
A task
And
this
becoming a
crutch
new
turned
leader of
savior
them.
king had the strength to do.
Damn.
Dimitri has dodged meteors going Mach 60, decimated a squad of
Meteors.
soldiers with one spear throw, and defeated a wizard from the magic Illuminati.
This is Tallus, whose power shook a futuristic underground city.
And Dimitri just
Ooh.
walked through his magic like it was nothing.
Dimitri's also
Whoa.
more than a match for Edelgard,
Jesus.
who, in her route, bested the Archbishop of the Church of Seros, Rhea.
This is important because after dragging it up, Rhea survived 2 exploding javelins of light, aka magic nukes. Jeez, and Dimitri can fight on her level?
Indeed, but in the end,
Dang.
despite half a decade of slaughter, Dimitri was hesitant to kill Edelgard, in part from learning she wasn't responsible for the tragedy. Still, both monarchs had ideas for Fogland that
Damn.
were simply incompatible.
And then Edelgard pulled a fast one with that old dagger present. Dimitri definitely felt that irony.
The war was
Stabbed
over,
him
and
in
with his
the
allies at his
dagger
side,
again.
Dimitri claimed
Jesus.
his place as a just king.
Unless, you picked a different house. His story doesn't end very happy in those.
But though
Oh.
the voices of the dead will haunt Dimitri until his final breath, so long as he has his friends, conviction, and compassion for the living, he will find peace.
Damn. That is fucked up. Another ad. Okay. Let's talk about this. So yeah. That was a wow. That was a lot of information from Fire Emblem. Jesus. That is fucked up that his head lit now the app's over. That is fucked up that his head is basically filled with the memories of his family members calling out for him, screaming. Jesus, they both had fucked up lives. But yeah, with all those hacks, magic abilities, I think Demetrius is probably gonna win. And the fact they didn't mention the stats of how big those nukes were means, yeah, Gus is probably gonna win. Demetrius' arsenal, his magic arsenal, seems like it's gonna be too much for Gus to handle, which I'm worried about. So yeah, I think Demetrius is gonna win. But yeah, both of them are tragic characters, obsessive with revenge,
Death battle.
and it basically turned them both incredibly insane.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a
So
death
essentially, the
battle!
fallen heroes. All right, and now the battle starts. Ah, yeah, 3D. Let's turn this one up. And the volume off. Ooh, these models look good. Ooh, ooh, they're faster too. Ooh, they learned from their last death. They learned from the last 3D death battles. They're actually moving really fast now. Ooh, dodging and weaving, upside down. Ooh, yeah, that magic's gonna be hard for Guts, especially the variety that Demetrius has. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But he can heal. Jesus, the blood looks good. Ooh.
Tear your head from your shoulders. The dead must have their revenge.
Beautiful, buddy. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, lightning. There's the ice. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, the fluidity. I love it. The blood spattering. Body's broken. Oh my god, he's hearing the voices in his head. And they're both listening to their both inner demons.
I'll kill them, all of them, down to the last one.
Obsession. Ooh. Ooh. This is awesome. This is freaking awesome. Ooh. Oh, they are going at it. Stab. Ooh. Ooh, this is freaking awesome. Blue and red. Ooh. Come on, Guts. Oh, ooh. Struck him down. Oh, and he's up. Ooh. Cut it in half. Oh, he stopped moving.
Standing?
Ooh, the curse mark.
So we're both shackled to the dead. You foul feasts will not have his soul!
What the? Oh.
I don't know
What?
what's scarier, Dimitri the demon
What
or
the hell?
Guts still standing there. He was a
He
badass
ran out
till
of
the end.
blood.
Fast enough to dodge lightning, Guts actually had a slight speed advantage over Dimitri, though skills like Seal Movement
Yeah,
and Swordbreaker helped Dimitri
those
close the
evasions
gap.
and
And while
magic
Dimitri
pretty
had some
much
minor healing
nullified
magic to fall
Guts'
back on,
ability.
it wasn't going to compete with the raw endurance from the Berserker armor.
Still, Dimitri's absurd strength and wider pool of weapons and
Yep.
abilities gave him plenty of ways to
That
wear
freaking
Guts
death battle
down.
was awesome.
Against Dimitri's
That
electricity
ending, it
magic,
felt like there was a
Guts'
part
sword
2
and
to
armor
that
were
death battle.
vulnerable conductors, making every clash an opportunity to electrocute him.
Sure, Guts has defeated lightning callers before, but he needed help. Not to mention moves like Atrocity can pierce through armored foes.
Ah,
bypassing half
those
the point of
freaking
wearing the Berserker
Guts.
armor.
Guts could
Yep.
power through some of Erdfar's damage, but he wasn't invincible and could
Yep.
not heal from fatal wounds.
His body
There's
just
both
puts them
fighters'
together.
raw power.
So yeah.
Slaying demons is really impressive, obviously, but not always on par with magic nukes.
Remember, in Edelgard's route, she defeated Rhea, who survived 2 Javelins of Light. In Dimitri's route, he defeated Edelgard while she was a powered-up crest monster.
Oh my god.
So, if Rhea could take on the Javelins of Light, Dimitri should be at a similar level. So, let's find out how strong a Javelin is.
In Fodlan's lore, several javelins decimated a forest, forming the Valley of Torment. However,
Dang.
the exact number of javelins used to create the valley was never given, making the power of an individual javelin unclear.
But we do know the javelins in this attack were supposed to hit the Garrigmach Monastery, until the goddess Sothis noped them away and they hit the forest instead.
We also know that the Javelins of Light are not limitless, with typically no more than 6 being used at once,
Dang.
even against structures similar in size to Garrigmach.
So, if a similar amount were used in the attack that made the valley, each javelin would pack a payload that's over 3 gigatons of TNT.
Even if we severely lowballed this and said the destruction was divided between 10, 50, or even 100 different Javelins of Light, surviving 2
So
javelins
that's pretty
would
impressive
still be
that they
greater than
actually
the best of
really
Guts'
put
feats,
that into
even scaled to the
put that
sea god.
into
Guts'
perspective.
persistence meant he wouldn't go down easy, but against
It's crazy how
Dimitri's
they
inhuman
analyzed
strength,
that with little
devastating abilities,
information.
and fervent willpower, it was just
Very
a matter
very
of
good
time
job,
before the
Deathbound.
vengeful king wore through him.
Yeah.
It makes me berserk.
He
but
ran out
Guts
of
could
blood.
only go so far,
But I like that
The winner
position he
is
was in.
Dimitri Alexandra Blathid.
But yeah, very good death battle.
Thanks for
Very
watching.
good
Stay tuned, we have a
introduction
new
to
Death
both
Battle releasing every
characters.
2 weeks this
Especially
year.
Fire
Click
Emblem.
the join button to get new perks and extra
I don't know
content.
if I'll check
Plan
it
Level
out,
members, you
but
can see Death
I may
Battles
have to
before
because
anyone
Dimitri's
else,
story
so
was
don't miss out.
interesting. Alright, next time, what do we got? Space. Martian Manhunter. Oh! Silver Surfer versus the Martian Manhunter. So, usually people predict that it's gonna be Martian Manhunter versus Piccolo. But DC characters are a little bit on the OP side. So the fact that they're picking Silver Surfer for that fight, means that Martian Manhunter must be OP as heck. Now, there's no comments that he can go toe to toe with Superman, but it's not always as accurate as it seems. But yeah, this death battle was very good. This death battle was really good, man. That 3D animation between Guts and Berserk, Guts and Demetrius was absolutely fucking fantastic. Especially when they're clashing back with each other, going at it, blood was spattering everywhere, and they hulked up into their forms. Especially that especially his both demonic forms. Fuck. Yeah, this is another great death battle. Death battle. Fuck. Man, I really gotta get into the. I need to start reading the mangas for Berserk. I'm gonna start off right where and then get into the anime, not the 3D one, because I do know that from where I started out, there's also another opponent who helped Guts, and that's just me rambling. But okay, anyway. But yeah, the anime definitely sounds good. I haven't played the Fire Emblem video games, but from this explanation, Dimitri's character absolutely sounds very good. Sounds kind of like a broken hero who's pretty much just been cursed, just like Guts is. And they both have crests. Both got betrayed by their and family members die, and they pretty much turn into the very thing they hate the most until they got redeemed at the end, depending on the alternate pass. But yeah, this is really good. Good. And the next time Silver Surfer versus Martian Manhunter, that will make like 3 DC versus Marvel mashups this season. Well, I ain't gonna complain. They're always good, and I understand the popularity when it comes to those. But I always thought they were gonna do Martian Manhunter versus Piccolo, since that's like a since that's like the most requested one. So I don't know why they're doing Silver Surfer. But anyway, I can't wait to see that one. Anyway, and that's pretty much all I have to say for you guys. Post comments down below, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that ending scene where Guts died at the end was badass. I mean, the way they shot Guts' death, where he literally had Demetrius on his knees about to kill him, but then he died standing up, was badass. And Demetrius killing Guts' demons, Griffin, and going after them after the fight, freaking nice. Very good ending there, that battle. Very good ending. That ending was badass. Guts went out like a badass till the end. And Demetrius having mutual respect because both of them had demons of the dead haunting both of them. Them going after Griffith and the rest of the demons that are coming after Guts' mark. Thumbs up, Death Battle. Thumbs up on that one.